what if Captain Carter were to become the first Avenger? I feel like that was an interesting plot twist. I think that's how they tie in, because they're building towards this new Guardians of the Multiverse team, which is led by her, and it will have the characters that we meet over the course of the next few episodes. Hey guys, and welcome back to another bonus of Fortune Theory. I know we've not really done this for a while.
No.
But here we go, talking about episode 1 of What If, now available on disneyplus. If you haven't seen it already, go check it out. What the hell are you doing here? Unless you don't care for spoilers.
Surprise. There we go.
So, surprise!
Surprise.
Shout out to our friend Tia, if you're watching this. Happy birthday.
I don't know why did that. You can see. Fucking camera change. Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. Hope you're having a good one. Big 2-2.
I'm reading this.
I feel like we're being rude if we change the subject now.
Well, I'm also reading the information we're going to have for the end of this, because obviously there's mainly is what
we've got some news, got some updates. Yes. Oh, be sure to add. I'll message you this just so we don't spoil it yet.
Brilliant. This is how this is going to work. This episode is just slightly off topic in it, with just like the off topic style of. But yeah. So what if? What do you think of it? What did you think of it? Leave a comment below what you thought about the episode, the first episode.
We haven't even said our points there. That's what we say at the end of the episode.
But well, it's just generally speaking. Or is that what we're going to do? Is there? Has that out? Is that
yes, that too. But yeah, we don't need to say that now. So me saying that. Yeah. So, I thought it was good. It's what I wanted. It was what I didn't actually. As you never do, you never know what to expect with anything you get with like just any kind of media these days, like film or TV or whatever. But like this was good.
Yeah.
It kind of did self-explain itself. It was basically a retelling of Captain America: First Avenger, only if it was Peggy Carter who became the hero instead. And they decided to put a little Iron Man nod on there with Captain America, Steve Rogers, just Steve Rogers in this timeline, being the Hydra Stomper.
That was
great.
That was a really good twist and then twist. That was really.
I'm not sure 100% how I felt about the animation. Though there was a few times where it felt a little bit too.
This was the interesting thing with it is I felt that. I'm not normally a fan of animated.
It was obviously 3D,
but
CG,
I'm not normally immersed by like animated shows and things, but there were moments that they were capturing, like, not to go too technical really, but the cinematography of live action. They captured that really well and sort of like transferred it to the animated style. So there are moments that like it felt obviously quite like comic book strippy. Feeling and effect, but then like there was a large majority of it was like really immersive and actually like it worked really well.
I mean, I get because of the high budget, why and I think also because a lot of the episodes are going to basically just be retellings of the movies, but with different perspectives and scenarios of what's playing out. So no one wants to you can't exactly duplicate that on a low budget, and you can't. On a TV show budget, you can't exactly duplicate that, and also you won't exactly get it accurate to how it was depicted on the original take, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So therefore, doing an animation of what your set pieces were, that was they were brilliant. By the way, they were really good. Like. Overall for the animation, it was good. It was better than I thought it was going to be. I'm not overall hugely keen on the idea of it because of that. But just because it feels like I would have loved it more if it was like live action, like the rest of it, because it feels a little bit less canon. But
I'm a fan of it, but
feels a little less canon, but it is. You can tell it.
Although it kind of does work really well, because the whole idea of like what if it does sort of, it takes away the right way, because obviously it's not meant to be like perfectly attached to. I mean, unless it is, but I kind of see what if as like
it's meant
that
to be
thing.
It's meant to be MCU Like
I mean,
it is
obviously it's
purely
still
MCU
like
connected.
still connected to MCU, obviously, but it's like it's not like next in line in a way, in a way, if you know what I mean by that. So
Well,
it works
they
it
brought
being
it out at the
animated.
perfect time
Yeah.
because obviously you've just had Loki, so they've split the multiverse open.
Mm.
There's been no spoilers for that, but come on, guys, that's been out for like God knows how long now, good couple of weeks. So all the branches are going like insanely everywhere, and this is meant to be what that is. This is meant to be like a consequence of that.
Yeah.
So all the different realities that are forming. So obviously this week we've had basically the reincarnation of like the first Avenger, which is cool really because like it really reminds and inspires me of my plans because like I always wanted to make my own like little Marvel like series that was inspired a lot off what we've had with the MCU, and seeing a retelling of the first Avenger with some slightly new characters, scenarios, and situations occurring in the story, in the overall story, was very interesting. And I wouldn't have taken it that way, but it's kind of like makes me feel like this is the sort of path I was like trying to tread down by telling these stories this way and this to this maximum, to this medium.
Yeah.
And I was happy about that because they kind of didn't hugely beat me to it, but like because the whole I would have done it with Lego personally, but yeah, like just retold the first Avenger. I would have changed a few things here and there, but yeah, they pretty much got it right. And I love the fact that they kept all the voice actors as well, like a vast majority of them. Obviously, Chris Evans didn't come back to play Captain America, although I wouldn't have seen why that would have been frowned upon because, yeah, he signed a contract to say he was, he'd finished with that role, but technically he's finished with the variant of himself from the main sacred timeline, MCU timeline, not like the different variants from multiverse branches, because obviously the main Captain America was the one who had the juice. So like there'd be no reason as to why Chris Evans couldn't come back to voice just another version of his own character. I don't think he did anyway. There was moments where the guy who played him sounded like him, but I don't think it was him. But obviously you could tell like Haley Atwell sounded a lot different Peggy Carter, which was a tad strange. But I think it was just because she was playing like again as a different version of her character, different variant almost, and obviously because of the changed experiences and feelings.
Yeah,
this is how things have occurred. So yeah, they have had talks about doing it live action with her as Captain Carter and bringing that into the fold because of the multiverse, because they can now pretty much almost do anything and get away with it now. So like it's
she might
insane.
have to hit the gym.
Yeah, so
oh, but yeah, it was
that would be cool though. I think that would make a lot of fans happy. Like if they were to bring Captain Carter into the mix, like to substitute for Captain Britain, Brian Braddock, who actually made a cameo in Endgame. He was having an argument with Agent Carter when Cap enters her office and picks up the picture. The guy she's talking to, she's like all about. Like that's meant to be Brian Braddock, who in the comics, as people know, goes on to be Captain Britain. So she's kind of like filling the void for that, which is interesting.
Yeah,
I like that.
Nice.
Yeah. What did you think?
Like I said, it was with the cinematography as well. I generally, regardless of that, I went in with sort of two opinions of it. It was from a non-Marvel fan. I obviously go in with the non-Marvel kind of biased non-Marvel fan opinion. It's the pretty typical opinion, and then I was genuinely intrigued, like I was with Falcon and Winter Soldier. Some episodes of Falcon and Winter Soldier, and with
Maybe got Bucky back in it as well.
I know, yeah, that was really
yeah,
good.
that's cool.
But no, I really liked it actually. A lot more happened than I thought would in the first episode, because all of these series so far that Disney Plus have released, they've not got up to much in the first episode, whereas this they've done quite a lot.
Yeah, it kind of jumped straight into it, and like the whole behind the scenes of what's going on with the Watcher, unless there's going to be like some, as there usually is a lot with the Marvel stuff, especially with all these shows now, like huge exposition that comes later.
Yeah,
you kind of feel like it's a bit like what they did with the first episode of Loki with the TVA, where they just sort of explain what the TVA is, but there's still mystery behind it. With the whole thing with the Watcher, it's like he's just saying it as it is, like and the trailer gives a lot away as well, like he won't interfere and all that sort of stuff, and it's like I don't know, maybe the answer, maybe the questions and answers as to why occur in the next few episodes. Episode 2 comes out obviously next Wednesday. It's about T'Challa becoming Star-Lord. So that'll be interesting. And then episode 3 is about Loki being on Earth. So I'm assuming he wins against the Avengers in the battle, I suppose.
Yeah.
In that version, but who knows? And I know there's a zombies episode coming out as well, which I've just read a report is meant to be set between Ant-Man and the Wasp and Avengers of Infinity War in another timeline. But when Janet Van Dyne comes out of the quantum realm, she brings this virus with her, which is the causality of it, without giving too much away. But I wouldn't know because I haven't seen it. But we'll obviously be talking about it in 2 weeks' time anyway.
After.
Yeah, more to come. Originally, it was going to be 10 episodes, but they've now cut 1 episode short, which I believe is it's an episode about Black Widow and Ultron or something. Okay. Which they've cut short from the series, so it's now 9 episodes. I don't think there'll be a behind the scenes Marvel's assembled of it, because it would just be an ultimate, sort of average animated behind the scenes video, which everyone would love to watch, I suppose.
They might, really maybe.
Sort of stuff. I love watching behind the scenes videos.
Yeah, I'd pay
especially on old animated films, and you just get to see how they did the 3D animation, created all the 3D shaping for characters, when you're watching Toy Story, Woody and Buzz, Shrek.
I love her. Yeah,
I love that stuff. It's amazing. Obviously, it'll be a bit of a different limelight with this sort of stuff, but we'll see what they do. They might bring out something, maybe.
There we go, then.
Yeah. What if episode 1? If there's anything you feel like we haven't really touched upon, leave it in the comments. Oh, there's one thing I do want to say, actually. I do like the kind of plot twist at the end with the octopus creature coming out of the dimension. And instead of her getting frozen and then being preserved in ice and waking up, she goes through that portal, and it ends up being she comes out the other side where Loki came out in the Avengers film, and she meets Hawkeye and Nick Fury. That was interesting plot twist.
A good way of doing
teleported
it.
70 years into the future
instead of frozen in ice, like the actual.
I think that's how they tie in, because they're building towards this new Guardians of the Multiverse team, which is led by her, and it will have the characters that we meet over the course of the next few episodes as well. So that's what they're building towards at the end. So that's going to be insane. We know there's going to be a season 2 as well, because the episode they missed from this season 1 that they've had to cut, they're going to incorporate into a season 2 episode. So hopefully not much will change about that, but we'll just have to see, I suppose. I just like all the plot twists with the octopus creature and Red Skull getting double crossed by his own plot, making the sort of octopus creature, which is also, if anyone's noticed, the insignia for Hydra as well, all the different arms and tentacles meant to be all the different fractions of Hydra. And cut off one head, 2 more takes its place, sort of thing. Just everything they stand for basically is meant to be the point of this creature, and then it coming out and destroying the world or conquering it. However, Red Skull had intended, just some slight differences. It was pretty insane. I liked it. But again, anything that we haven't mentioned, leave it in the comments. That was What If episode 1. And also, we would like to share that Marvel is bringing a lot of news out recently. We've had promotional art from Spider-Man No Way Home, which has been leaked online. We're getting closer and closer to that trailer. We were promised it before What If premiered, but we haven't got it. Obviously, we got a new Venom Let There Be Carnage trailer, and the cinema where I work, we've got that playing on there as well. So we know there's not going to be a delay with that, doubtfully. Shang-Chi has got a new trailer out, and that's going to come out on the 3rd of September. That trailer is now showing in my cinema as well, so that will be out for all those people in the UK who watch these videos. So that's a definite, and therefore, by playing here, most likely elsewhere as well. Obviously, we'll get the No Way Home trailer again, maybe later this month. I heard rumors that there was going to be the first film they don't do a trailer because they want the experience purely from going to watch the film, because they know everyone knows it's happening.
Fans might love but hate that. Love the idea,
I would hate that, but I'd be inspired by it, because it would be
that literally is going to be fans gnawing at their hands for months until it comes out. But that's a great way of just tension.
Thing is, though, how do you promote it on TV though? What do you do? Just have the logo come up and say, "Well, coming soon."
Yeah, I guess you
Just
just do like
something
no
like him
or
swinging
maybe
by
you
or
have
something.
TV spots within like 4 weeks or 2 weeks of it coming out. Maybe you have like one teaser like 2 weeks before it comes out, and then that's it. Or just literally like some posters and that's it. That'll be
It's like
interesting.
it's like footage, but it's not footage
What?
from the actual
That would
film.
be
It's
such a
like
great way
him.
of advertising it, because it would be the only film that hasn't been given a trailer. And so because that is quite different, like it will get some traction. And it will get literally free advertising by not advertising.
Yeah,
Basically.
I mean, it's kind of unheard of, but
like,
you know, if it works in its
so
favor and
meta.
becomes like the best film. Sadly, I don't think it'll be the best film of the year if it even does come out this year, because obviously we got James Bond. So so
well, the trailers
that will
usually come
definitely have
out
a more popular opinion
like,
overall, but definitely within the top 10, I think, of films
Yeah.
this year. That will probably it will definitely come under top 10 if such a thing is there. We've also just found out that the Marvels, being the sequel to Captain Marvel, and Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania have both started
coming
filming.
out in
started the production
both
stage today,
officially in production,
I believe.
and
Quantumania's started to film
Ant-Man
in
and
the
the Wasp:
UK.
Quantumania, and then
Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania started to film in the UK today, and you read the report on Captain Marvel 2, didn't you? Marvels.
Yeah, the Marvels has officially started filming as well. I think I don't know exactly like which dates. I could probably find out right now. The Marvels production filming. I could probably find out right now. But well, apparently their second unit began in mid-April in New Jersey. So I guess that means maybe they've that's normally stunts and things like that. So I'm guessing that maybe they've officially started perhaps the main bulk of the of it, and onto that early May release will be.
I know we don't talk about things like that much, so I thought it would be good to include.
Yeah, we don't normally give out normally we end up seeing a bit of news after we've recorded.
It's a bit alienating hearing that sort of information from us, but because we usually just talk about the grip stuff, but just thought might as well, whilst we read it, it's relevant-ish.
And if you want to know, if you don't already know this, it's pretty obvious because this information is out there. If you go to IMDb and you can search any title and you can see, typically you have to click on one of the main members of cast, or any cast, but it's easier to go by, and say the director of the Marvels, for instance, to see when it's like filming or finished filming, if you're like really eager to see,
or the initial release date.
Like for instance, the director of the Marvels it says the Marvels is filming right now, but she's got she's working on a I don't know what it is, something called the Lincoln Conspiracy, which is another, like, it's not a thing to do with Marvel or anything, but like it's a great way to see.
That title alone sounds like something you'd like.
Sounds
like something you'd like.
Based on the book The Lincoln Conspiracy, the secret plot to kill America's 16th president and why it failed. That sounds quite intriguing, actually.
Yeah, that sounds like your sort of thing. Okay, we'll probably do a video of that.
That's not even that's probably like 2022 or 3 at this rate.
Yeah, I expect.
But yeah, if you want to see production statuses, IMDb's your page. There we go. What if?
Yeah. What if episode 1, Captain Carter? What if Captain Carter were to become the first Avenger?
What if?
Official name of the episode. And I noticed that that's what they're going to do for each episode. Each episode is going to be called "What if so and so did this or became this," or that's how they're going to do about the episode. I didn't think of it like that. That's really interesting. Like and it makes perfect sense considering it's the name of the show.
Yeah, it works really well.
So kind of a slap on the wrist a little bit. Yeah. Anyway, we'll leave you to
watch it if you haven't already.
Yeah, what the hell are you here?
Log in if you haven't watched it. Point. We've spoiled it already, but stop what you're doing and go watch it if you haven't. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed it if you did already.
Yeah.
There we go. But
be sure to let us know what you thought about it and what you liked about it as well, because we might give you some shout outs in future videos. Considering we got another 8 weeks of this.
9, isn't it?
Right. Well, it's 9 episodes overall, but obviously with 1 episode down, how many's left? Yeah, anyway, we'll shut up. We'll see you guys for the next official video this Friday, which
potentially is Stillwater or else something. Basically whichever film we get around to seeing by Friday.
So either Stillwater or Snake Eyes, I think.
Maybe.
Wait, is Snake Eyes out yet?
Hold on. Snake Eyes UK release. Is it already out? Or we just literally 18th of August, so it won't be in time.
I feel like I should know this. I know Stillwater's out because people are watching it.
Yeah. It'll probably be Stillwater. If not, it will be something else. But yeah, we'll have something for Friday anyway. And yeah, we hope you enjoyed What If regardless, because you're probably not here for Friday, because depends.
And if you're new to the channel, forgive our unorthodoxness. It's just how we like to do things. We're not stupid. But yeah, if you like the content you see here, feel free to like, subscribe, and also feel free to click on 2 of our other videos here. We got our Suicide Squad video here to the left, and I probably didn't even put it to the right, sorry. And our bonus episode for Loki on the left, on the right, whatever. Left. Yeah, whatever.
It's opposite.
I do know my lefts and rights.
Yeah, you know
right,
your
left.
You know your left. You know your lefts from rights, but it's got to be the opposite because it's opposite.
Yeah, that's why I was confused, because I was doing it based off what you'd be seeing, so yeah. I didn't know.
Yeah. So yeah, wait, what order was that? In case I can't be able to skip through and have to find the video. What was? I'm kidding. So it's fine.
Next to this ear is Suicide Squad. Next to this ear is the episode of Loki for bonus, or the off-topic one. Any of the off-topics, just to get you guys a bit more into what we do on this channel.
Jesus.
Maybe in the middle, maybe at the top or the middle. Brilliant. We'll do a boat. We'll have like a bloopers as well, just to show off some of our fun moments as well. But yeah, feel free to also check out our social media, our TikToks and all that sort of stuff as well. And if you're new here, welcome.
Welcome to the shenanigans that is this. Whatever you want to call this.
This is Patrick.
Yeah.
Should be called Unorthodox Fury, I think.
Unorthodox. That is a good idea, actually, for rebrand.
Right, where's my ham sandwich?
Right. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you on Friday.
Oh, fuck, what recorded?
Keep that in.